flow state. It's like where you and your motorcycle become one.
It's like everything else around me is tuned out. The sound of the truck is tuned out. The sound of our guys talking on the radio back and forth, it's tuned out.
Kind of just clicking off miles, keep going, keep going.
You're just riding perfect, you're hitting your marks, you're just feeling everything slows down.
When all those things fall into place, there is no better feeling. Only one thing matters, and that's going to win the race.
Our original founder was racing in Baja and struggled with being able to stay hydrated. This is where FluidLogic was born. That's why Baja California remains such an important proving ground to this day, because that's where we can prove out the impact of intelligent hydration in an actual real setting.
Mission of FluidLogic is optimize human performance through intelligent hydration. It's improving state of flow, improving focus, improving recovery, all through intelligent hydration.
That's all like that. That's all good. So hit back.
We're going to measure heart rate, we're going to measure core body temperature, and we're going to measure sweat loss. So we've got some physical sensors that each athlete is going to wear, and they're going to wear it throughout the entire experience of the Baja 1000. Prior to that, we're going to have our athletes take this cognitive test. And then immediately following the activity, they're going to take the test again. And what that's going to allow us to do is measure the degree to which we were able to alleviate the fatigue of the experience of the Baja 1000 through the use of the hydration protocol. In short, we're looking to validate that intelligent hydration works as planned.
Racing is my life. It's been my life since I was born. It's my life every single day. I'm 52 years old. I'm still competing.
Growing up in the desert, my dad would take us on trails that most of his buddies were not down to do, and I kind of just got better and better at it.
My dad was a racer before me, and I always imagined myself racing in the Baja 1000 one day, and it's my job, it's what I love, and it's my true passion.
Flow state has a bunch of different names depending on who you're talking to or what the activity is. You hear people talking about how the game slowed down in that moment, or I was just on, or I was on fire. It's all this idea of when you are totally focused and performing at your best.
Sometimes you're going fast, but you can be out of a flow. And then there's the times when you're going fast and you're in a flow where you're just hitting things, you're jumping over stuff.
When all those things fall into place, there is no better feeling.
It's not something that's forced. You almost just gotta relax and let it come to you.
To get there, you have to address the needs of your body and the needs of your mind. Both of those things rely on intelligent hydration. And so we are delivering the hydration, and we're doing it in a seamless way that doesn't distract you and pull you out of a flow state. If you have to come out of flow state in order to remind yourself to drink water, you're no longer focused in the moment.
After 33 years of racing, the only thing that matters to me is winning. If you want to go beat the top level guys, you better figure out how to separate yourself from them at some point in some way, whether it's technology in the truck or it's as simple as science of hydration.
As you race down in Baja, you're losing your fluids like crazy. Once you start getting dehydrated or going down that path, it really could cause an issue of your athlete being severely hurt.
Mark is always telling us, make sure you're always drinking out of your pack. Your body's gonna need that to push it to that limit.
The problem with conventional hydration today and the way in which people do it is that by the time your body's thirsty, by the time your body is giving you the signals, it's already too late. You're already approaching dehydration. What FluidLogic does is goes from a reactive system to a proactive system that keeps you in optimal hydration throughout the activity.
Intelligent hydration is based on two critical elements. It's strategic dosing and seamless integration. And what that allows you to do is we got this amazing app that takes into consideration all the different factors of temperature, humidity, body weight, age, and then also calculates predictive sweat loss to give you the perfect prescription of water to keep you perfectly hydrated in that flow state. In the seamless integration, we're basically integrating any sport you're doing. Our vehicle-mounted system is now found in trophy trucks, side-by-sides, IndyCar, NASCAR. We also have Wearables, which is our GPR 50, first product out, where you can wear it just like a backpack.
This way, hydrating and staying optimally hydrated does not have to be a distraction and one more thing that you're thinking about when you're trying to do your activity.
To me, it's been a game changer in my racing. No matter what section I'm in, how busy I am with the steering wheel, I can always get my water every 4 minutes.
I've always struggled with drinking water during a race. I hate just having to take my hand off the handlebar. With this new FluidLogic GPR 50 pack that we've used this year, it's so much easier for me to stay hydrated.
So here we are, we finally made it down to Ensenada at the Baja 1000, the pinnacle of racing in the off-road space. We've got a bunch of work to do. We've got to prep both of our teams, both the SLR team as well as the Herbst team.
We're feeling really good, better than I did last year. I feel like I'm a little more mentally prepared, I'm a little bit more just collected. I know that I've done the work that I need to go out there and do the best that I can, so now it's just time to shine.
This is the Baja 1000. This is one of the biggest races in the world and one of the toughest races in the world. Baja is perfect at humbling you, and right when you think you have Baja, it's going to shove it in your face. So you got to have patience for 1,000 miles. Baja 1000 is one of the most difficult races in the world. This race really separates the average competitor to the professional that is dedicated to wanting to go win this race. And you'll see that separation all during the course of the race.
The biggest thing for me controlling the emotions that I'm feeling during a race is how much I want to win and how much I want myself to be the best version of myself.
Patience is key. You've got to have patience. I play a risk versus reward. Where can I take risks and where can I not? We're 220 miles into the race. I just got out, Travis just got out. We both feel really good. This is only the beginning. It's only 220 miles into the Baja 1000, so we still got a long rest of our day ahead and into the night.
Yeah, no, you're right. Sometimes there's people parked on course, sometimes there's cars coming, and everyone knows how gnarly it is. Down there, it's you versus the terrain.
You're going through the most rugged countries in the world. There's cactus and rocks and everything everywhere. You get to see some of the most beautiful areas you've ever seen.
There'll just be moments that hit me like, man, I'm really doing this. Like, I can't think of a better thing in the world than just doing what I'm doing right now.
Based on the results of the Baja 1000 study, what we found was we had 4 testers. We ended up getting good data from 3 of the 4 testers. And the most important thing you're looking for here on the heart rate is how consistent is it over time. And what you'll see with athletes as they try to perform at a consistent high level for a long period of time, your heart rate starts to climb because your body becomes strained, lactic acid builds up on the muscles, and it becomes more and more difficult to maintain the same level of effort. And what we're trying to do with FluidLogic Intelligent Hydration is to extend the level of high performance over a long period of time. We saw our motorcycle rider, Tyler, just as he's getting ready to take off, his heart rate comes up, the adrenaline goes in, so you can see that spike, then he takes off. And then very quickly comes back down in the range where he's pretty stable, but you can tell he's working. So he lives in this space of somewhere between 100 and 120 beats per minute. Switching to the trophy truck drivers, what we were hoping to see, and we do see, is that they are able to retain that steady state that they start with all the way through the finish. Now the second thing is core body temperature, and this is the second physiological thing that you're really looking for, is the strain on the body causing overheat. And this is where hydration is critically important. What's amazing about the data that we got from the 3 athletes is they absolutely were able to retain their core body temperature in a place where it performs at its best. The third set of data that we have for the trophy truck drivers is the hydration data. Each person had their own bespoke protocol as to how they wanted to hydrate, but they both were able to retain consistent core body temperature. And the last one is the Druid test. With the trophy truck drivers, we got very clean data. What we see is that both Travis and Ryan retained their cognitive performance clear through the end of the race, and their cognitive decline was very limited. So what we set out to do was determine whether or not the protocol that we established in the lab testing would hold up in the extreme conditions of the Baja 1000. The results show that it did.
Point of feet to sweep the entire series with all the talent we have in our motorcycle division. For them to win every one, that's really saying something.
To win the whole Score International Series is a dream come true, and I had a super good run for the 400 miles that I rode. Honestly felt strong the whole time, body felt pretty good.
I don't sleep much for about 3 weeks leading up to this. It's a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. At every Baja 1000, when you get to the finish line, it's a special feeling.
It's really cool to be a part of this experiment, being able to learn and be able to use that as an advantage going into the future and really bring some scientific backed stuff to help us keep progressing.
One of the things I love about FluidLogic is we're not just developing a product, but also backing it with the science and the data side of things, and you connect the two together. To me, that's invaluable.
Our research in the Baja 1000 study is just the beginning. We have more clinical trialing, of course, that we will continue to do, and then we have a whole bunch more practical applications of intelligent hydration and the measurement through which we can deliver and bring people into flow state.